Welcome to Trust Bank.
If you are thinking of a bank that takes care of customers' needs by providing quality services with flexibility, reliability, and innovation, think Trust Bank. With Trust Bank mobile banking, you enjoy services such as balance enquiry, mini statement, funds transfer between accounts, exchange rate, mobile airtime top-up, stop ATM card, checkbook requests, and PIN change. Our real-time gross settlement allows the customer to instruct the bank to transfer funds from their account to another account at another bank. Our expertise and experience in international banking is both legendary and the envy of the market. Retail banking. One bank, different amazing packages. Whether you are interested in savings account, current account, time or fixed deposit account, lending or overdraft, our team of dedicated staff is always ready and happy to help you out with your transactions as you wish. Corporate banking. Trust Bank offers the most convenient services for deposit accounts, credit facilities, trade finance, bond and guarantee, and foreign currency account. With e-banking, you can make electronic bill payments and online banking and enjoy 24-hour access to your money without ATM. With the largest network of branches and agents, we give you the convenience to receive funds as you please. We are Trust Bank because we take pride in satisfying every customer's financial needs.
Nga rod na lawa to kumata bak. Asira linga da foko nyi pound dinkira.
Hey, elafta maboro la bank. Kalpo efa, igiso eseo, na yuna jang. Iba dinkira to. Kati yuna wallet, ibe falindiro ke kan sandiri nyat.
Ni la yuna wallet to si muna fanno tulo yabo mano kandrin. Ni fen jama. Isi sanno la yona wallet to kono. Yalla kamo soto. Ila wallet to kono.
Alkana la konda no tay. Kafi yuna wallet anatan tolle mukan na balwo fanondi. Abe sona yaren ko bulu podo. Nela mobile scan. Yo, science. Ise maboro ke. Wato men diate.
Ko be sandro ke fangole ba. Ko ba ke kan dimbalem. Isi ngi lonko. E sandro yona enterprise wato wati. Ano ila yona wallet to la. Ibe lan kamo soto kay la wallet to kono.
Alina nga kafun nanyi yuna dimbayal kan kasandiro ke yuna bitikoto alina kata nyin ko kentat na sura fa lolu di sandiro kije se ma boro fanan keje
moro jundi ana nyum ko di mabal nin kadeda.
This season on Kerr Fatou.
The reason I have always called for a national dialogue is because a government must be responsive to the needs of its people.
Fatou.
Tell you one thing, if me as an individual, if I know that there is somebody that I definitely wrong, I will be bold enough. I will go to the party. I will appeal to him and apologize him.
I have to make decision today because I don't make decisions lightly. I investigate. I do my research. I get the facts. I call the experts. I summon meetings. I get the technicians. Then I reflect and I make a decision.
Why did you lose the election?
Well, we lost the election because of kidnap registration. We had evidence that people didn't register before the opening of the registration.
Hello and welcome to another edition of our show. And today we're back in the studio. It's another Thursday. And of course, I have a guest, Mr. Momodou Lamin Drammeh, the CEO of American Chamber of Commerce. And I want to say this show is sponsored by Jamono Financial Services. My uncle Bunja, he doesn't want us to mention his name. But again, definitely they really wanted to support this special show because the work the chamber is doing in this country, and I think it's important to highlight that. Mr. Drammeh, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fatou. Thank you for having me. That's how biwo imagine be. Monday and Tuesday jazz. So I'm good.
You're good to go.
Yes.
Great. I think it's important for us to look at the work that the chamber is doing. But first, I want us to start with you. You know, you're a Gambian diaspora and you came back some years back, right? First, let's look at Mr. Momodou Lamin Drammeh. A brief background.
So Momodou Lamin Drammeh, it's the same Lamin Drammeh, the same Boy Drammeh, the same Soap. You may not know about those names. Soap is it was a household name in the Gambia from high school. It actually, I came with it from primary school.
Okay.
And then when I got into high school, those I went to primary school would call me that nickname. You know, Gambia, we enjoy calling people nicknames.
Yes.
So eventually I became this high school star in track and field.
Okay.
And probably, you know, once you become a star, it's like, what do we call him? And the guy's like, oh, that's Soap. So the Soap just became
Soap.
a household name.
Okay.
Soap, yeah, because of soap, you know, you soap.
Yeah.
But there's a misconception about that. There was an athlete in America called Dennis Michel. Dennis Michel was this American athlete that I admired. The race is over before the race even gets started because of his flamboyancy.
Yes.
The way he comes out, make sure that all athletes know that his presence, and he will scare you, he will intimidate you.
Yeah.
And I did that.
Okay.
So I copied and I mastered his art, and the soap became Soap, but not that ne dama soap ne luma def soap la.
Okay.
I am who I am. So Lamin Drammeh went to America in 1996 through an Olympic program that was sponsored by the Olympic Solidarity. That Gambia was given 2 Olympic packages, a boy and a girl, and we were able to have those 2 athletes, Lamin Drammeh and another Lamin Drammeh, who became now a doctor. He's a doctor in the United States.
Okay.
Then we went to that program in the United States, 1996. We were doing well, and eventually we joined the Olympic team in 96 when they came over, the Gambian delegation.
Okay.
So we added 2 or 3 other athletes to that delegation. And after the Olympics, we went back to the training center. So people thought that actually when I went for the 96 Olympics, I didn't go for the 96 Olympics. I went for the 96 Olympic Solidarity Scholarship, which was in January of 96. Olympics were the summer of 96. So, and then maybe off topic, I'll come talk about that later. I became lucky that I was selected to carry the Olympic flame, the Olympic torch, which when my family was coming back to Gambia last week, I brought the Olympic torch with me.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to present it probably to the National Museum.
Okay.
Something that my grandchildren hopefully will know.
Nice.
Grandpa did this. Oh my goodness, I sound old.
That's beautiful.
But then I came back home to the Gambia. So not only am I a Gambian diaspora, which I'm going to accept, but I'm a Gambian, born, raised in the Gambia, did something for the Gambia while I was in the Gambia, represented Gambia internationally, then I went abroad. And I came back home in 2021. So 2021, I've been home. 2 years later, I started a job, took up this role as the CEO of the American Chamber of Commerce last September.
Last September.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the chamber, the American Chamber of Commerce. What does the chamber do exactly? First, what is the role of the chamber in the Gambia?
Very good question. Just like any other chamber, the unique thing about the American Chamber of Commerce, it's linking the Gambia and the United States through trade and investment, import, export. We promote Gambian products and Gambian businesses in the United States, and the same thing with the United States into the Gambia. But then the unique thing about the American Chamber is that we focus, even though the focal is not only in America. There's a global, we're in a global village now.
Okay.
But with the American Chamber, we have America, the United States Embassy in the Gambia is the one that established the chamber in the Gambia.
Oh, the U.S. Embassy?
Yes.
Okay.
So that we could promote trade and investment between the United States and the Gambia.
Okay.
So in both ways, if is the scale balanced, I would say no, because of Gambia's lack of ability to be able to export. into the United States. Now, that is not the America's fault. There is a system that the Americans put in place. That is, what comes into an American household is already being scrutinized already.
Yeah.
Now, think about the country. Even if you're flying on your own, they will give you a form to declare if you
what you're bringing in.
What you're bringing.
Yeah.
So imagine that's just customs and border.
Yeah.
Imagine when you have a container full of merchandise or products from another country coming into the United States. It goes through different scrutinies and standards. So I would say that's the problem where Gambia falls short on that balance scale, right? So now you come into America where we're trying to bring American investors and products into the Gambia. It's easier.
It's easier.
It's easier because of our system. I mean, think about it. We have mass products coming into the Gambia. We have, if you go to Serekunda market, Brusubi, Banjul market, you're going to find products that were never scrutinized by anybody. They're just selling them. And these are counterfeits and all that stuff, products, right? So think about American products, even water coming in. I would prefer buying an American bottled water, knowing that the scrutiny it went through, an American product, right? Now, with Americans coming to Gambia now, they're coming to Gambia, we're expecting them to come and be part of the chamber, to integrate them into the Gambian industry, right? Economy. So the same thing with America. Now, the Americans coming in is easier. They come in, they even set up, even without the chamber's help sometimes. But most of the time, they will come in and let us know who they are, what they're trying to do. How can the chamber help? What the chamber does is, it's like this synergy that we create, trying to link Gambians and Americans through trade, investment, import, export, in any way that you can think about having us to break that bridge, to bridge that gap between America and the Gambia, right? So there's a misconception of Gambians thinking that if I join the chamber, and the chamber is built by the American embassy, I can go be a member of the chamber and go to America easily. And I want to make that clear. I am not the American embassy.
Yeah.
I am formed by the American embassy with the help of some prominent Gambians. You know, the Uncle Buck stories. Okay? So those are the president and the emeritus of, you know,
the chamber.
The chamber. But not sure the past. Presently, I'm saying that my focus is promoting Gambian products, promoting Gambian businesses. How do I get Gambian products into the United States? How do I link Gambian businesses with American businesses? How do I bring American businesses into the Gambia, to invest into the Gambia? How do I connect Americans and Gambians to intertrade, to connect, you know, to invest and promote, help you, guide you? Fatou, I want to tell you one thing. Gambia has some unique and good products.
But what are you said something before you get it. You said the trade, the balance is the two countries. There is a balance there.
There's no balance there. Yes.
And America has the advantage. What are the challenges of having Gambian products into the American market?
Good.
What are the major challenges?
There is this program called the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA.
AGOA, yes.
AGOA, Gambia qualified for AGOA. And I think 2008 up to around 2012 or 14, I'm not sure about the year, the Gambia was taken off. Because AGOA status for you to qualify is based on the democracy of your country. Then the Americans will put you on the program, right? So we got put out during the Jammeh regime, saying that Gambia is a dictatorial country. So when the new government came in, they had Gambia back on, based on the democracy of the Gambia. The sad thing about AGOA is that Americans are saying, bring your products into the United States duty-free.
Duty-free.
We're not going to charge you no duties as long as your products qualify and your services qualify to enter through AGOA. right? So AGOA standards are that your products have to meet a certain criteria that they did put up, like food safety. Okay, like food safety will tell you, which is the same equivalence of our, is it food safety in the Gambia? Food safety, right? They have their own standard, right? So you have the Food and Drug Administration in the Gambia, in the United States. They have their standards on what products can come into this country. What are their criteria? They give you A, B, and C, and D. Gambia, we used to do what we call suitcase businesses. They would take 2-3 suitcases full of Gambian products. You do? Okay, you take it to the United States and sell it, make your $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. You're good to go, right? We're not looking at that. We want containers of Gambian products leaving the shores of the Gambia to compete with our neighbors. For example, Senegal is part of AGOA, right? According to data, Senegal is doing export. They export into America at a ratio of about 60%, which is almost equivalent to $500 million. Okay, that they send their Kong,
but
catfish.
They take that from us. They don't have Kong.
I'm gonna get to that.
They don't. This is our Kong.
Meaning, when I say Gambia is unique, we have products here that other countries are buying our products, taking it to their countries, right? Process them because they know how to meet the standard of the American, right? Then they ship it into that country and it's accepted. And these are Gambian products.
I walked into a Kroger at a Walmart and saw this, it's not sardine, the other one, but it's called tuna. Tuna, yeah. You go by guess, where is tuna from? In this sub-region. Gambia has tuna. Have you ever seen tuna in our markets? No. And go to Senegal, the tunas are in Senegal, they take them on the packet. And it's coming from the packet. And they say it's produced, I have the evidence, it's produced in Senegal. Right? Check. There's a lady from Mali. Yeah. I know a lady who's an armchair member who supplies this lady because she cannot send her chocolate in the United States. This lady in Mali will buy her chocolate. We package it in Mali. She will do it in the United States. So, in essence, on a serious note, really serious, because this is dear to me, that you have your own product at home. You give it to your neighbor to go and sell it for you. They buy it at the minimum. They sell it at the maximum. Not only are they economically developing and empowering themselves, right? They continue short. They continue short because you cannot meet the standard that they have.
But why are we not able to make the standards?
Good question.
What are the problems? Because the thing is, you're just saying all of this, and I'm thinking, number one, we have the phone. Number two, we have the tuna. Number three, I've seen somebody who does arrow here and sell it to somebody in Senegal. They package it there and send it to the UK and sell it there. But it's coming from the Gambia.
Yes.
So why can't we do all of these things by ourselves?
Good question on why. Because we don't have the facility in the Gambia. We don't, and I'm sure we can have it. We can do this. But now I realize, after being in this office for 1 year, there is this I, and there is no I in team. I want to look at Gambia as a team. I'm not going to mention no institutions, but there are institutions here who tell you, hey, listen, we are the institution for export. If you want to export anything out of the Gambia or import or whatever, we are the body. And if nobody comes to us, well, we are the one that you're going to come to us to do it. And I'm thinking, I want to come to Gambia, join my Gambian brothers and sisters. We come together as a team, right? Let the ministries or other institutions that are out there that could come to the same table. And I'm knocking on doors right now. I have approached the food safety. I think there's a Mr. Ba, right? He spoke, very nice guy. And he liked the idea and the concept of what I'm telling you what you need to do. He said, Mr. Drammeh, if what you're proposing to me can happen, we can do this. Easy, right? But he doesn't have the support, right? And now you have GAIPA. I say I'm not going to call names. You have GAIPA, you have the Ministry of Trade. I'm not going to expect too much from the Minister of Foreign Affairs. But the Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Agriculture, GAIPA, I think if we all come together on food safety, we all build a team, some kind of a team to come together and brainstorm on where we need to start. Because there are now packaging companies coming into the Gambia. There is a branding company in the Gambia, very good young men. These are some young, smart Gambians. But they can only go, it's like a bottleneck. They can only go far, and then they will stop to be able to produce these packages for these women, hardworking women, who do the chakras, who do this arrow, who do this the arrow, right?
Yeah.
Right? But then when they do the arrow, you know what they use? Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
Americans are not going to accept Ziploc bags coming in as a trade under AGOA. They want your packages to be at a standard packaging. They want the nutritional fact. Who can do the nutritional fact in the Gambia? Food safety. Or Ministry of Agriculture, or there's another department that you can go in and they have a lab. They tell you what is in mono. What is mono? You tell them what is mono, right? It has millet, it's millet. It has this, it has that. Or less sugar, this how much sugar is supposed to be there, saturated fat, whatever fat, sugar, you know. So once you're able to have the nutritional facts, then I think somebody will give you the barcode. I know how that works in the Gambia. And you bring the expiration date and all that. Then once the Americans are able to say, hey, we work with food safety, and they have been accredited to be able to qualify products leaving Gambia.
Is food safety accredited?
I think they can be accredited. Easier. I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
What they can do is, I think they can be accredited. If they were to send their staff to the US, right? Train with the food safety. FDA said, okay, these guys are qualified to be able to have their lab and qualified products.
No.
New products.
The problem there is we don't have those labs.
I think.
No, do we have? Because I remember when we don't have labs to test some of these things in the country. Do you remember when there was the sniper issue in the
yes,
catfish? And then they were doing investigations. We have this basic.
Who did the investigation?
Food safety was doing it. They had to test. No, Gambian food safety was doing the investigation. They had to take the fish all the way to Senegal and in Ghana to take it to the laboratories to test these things.
Okay, so now then you answered your own question with what are the problems? So maybe this is the problem. Maybe we don't have the labs for one that is hindering some of these products from being accepted. Somebody needs to test them. Somebody needs to approve them. So the facility is not there. So these are the problems now with the Gambia. We cannot, if we can take the company to Senegal to test it, mainly Senegal has a lab. Mainly Senegal has the processing centers, right? So I'm saying corn, for example. There are programs that I'm looking at that would want to come support our women that are smoking these corns, these catfish. And when those women are trained, they also want to be in a facility. There's a Gambian lady in America who is already doing his own smoking in America. But then the American catfish and the Gambian catfish is not the same, right? And this lady is willing to come home to Gambia to do it. But you know, he's fair. When he comes to Gambia, they will not give her the license. They will nego her, you know, name definitely and all that stuff, because I'm already smoke catfish, right? So I'm encouraging her to come say, I have your back as a chamber. You become a member or a partner of the American Chamber, right? Because we have either partners or members. The members come in and they benefit from the partner support, right?
Yeah.
Like SO7, you know, Jama.
Yeah.
They have programs coming that would help finance even some of these women. That would give them some incentives. I'm kind of shooting the gun too early right now. It's a false start. But I'm telling you, there are other institutions willing to do that now to support our Gambian women. Let them smoke this catfish in a modern way, because they use cardboards and firewood, and I think they do it outside. I've never seen the place.
Yeah.
There's a lady in Bakau, there's a lady in Banjo, Tanjay, take food, right? They smoke these catfish. Gambians come buy them in bulk. They go sell it to the Senegalese. So now, if it's smoked already, what are you doing in Senegal? How do you get your corn from Senegal to America? How does it go?
It's just the process of packaging.
Thank you. And that's what's good. These are the challenges.
My two things here. Number one, it looks like we are losing our big time, and this is why Gambian women are not growing economically, because we do all of this happen. Because the bulk of the work is done. You go to Banjo, you go to Sanya, you go to Tanji, you see these women, some of them full and these people will come and sell it, buy it from them the normal price, and then just go take it to Senegal, package it, because they don't do much changes to the cost.
Yeah, to the cost.
That is processed.
It's just the packaging.
It's just the packaging.
Yeah, cosmetic.
Yeah, and package it properly, and then label it, put all the seals there, and consider it.
So is this called what? Putting old wine in a new bottle.
In a new bottle, and then it becomes Senegal's advantage. Number one, the woman becomes richer, the country becomes richer, and the standard, the names brand also goes there. And for us, what do we gain here? The women continue to do all of this hard work, and they don't get nothing in return. But that is not the women's fault.
It is not. No.
It is the authorities and the society.
So that is a system.
Yeah.
When people talk about system change, that's what they're talking about, system change. It's not all about leadership change. Yeah. It's a system that you put in place. Yeah. I just told you when I came and took over the chamber, my system is, how do I promote Gambian products in the United States? Other people's focus might have been, their system was, let's get a delegation from Gambia. We're going to the United States for an expo. Yeah. We're going for an expo. We go to the expo.
Extra people.
Yeah, for 3 days, 4 days. And what did you gain from that? I'm not saying we shouldn't go to expos. Yeah. I'm not saying that trade fairs are not our best options. I'm not saying that. Yeah. All I'm saying is, let us put the right things in place first. Let me prepare me before I become a footballer. Okay? Don't just put me on the football field by just looking at me, thinking I'm a good soccer player. It happened in my lifetime when I first went to this historical black college in the United States. I was one of the first Africans to be on the track team, and I came along with two other Africans, one from Burundi, one from Rwanda, and our team went from here to here within a semester. We won the conference championship. We made it to nationals, right? A coach in another school saw a young man from Kenya, no, from Africa. He was talking, we laughed. Africans are laughing. He said, young man, come here. Where you from? He said, Kenya. Ooh, Kenya, we're going to follow distance runners, right? Yeah. He said, are you participating in this school on track and field or whatever? He said, no. He said, I'll give you a scholarship. He said, for what? He said, so you can run for me. He said, coach, I never ran. He said, you from Kenya, you can run. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So this is not all about that. Yeah. This is not all about you are from here, you get this, we know you can do it. We put things in place first. Then we can change the system. We put the system in place. Then the leadership comes into play. With the system in place, everybody come to the channel. Let's have a processing center. Yeah. Let's have a lab that will be monitoring processing center to make sure they're meeting all the criteria.
What is the chamber doing to ensure this? Because to be honest, at this point, what percentage is Gambia exporting to the US?
According to the AGOA training that we had last month, they say Gambia is trading through the AGOA 3%. And the 3% is equivalent to $1 million from 2022 to 2024. Senegal, I just told you, is doing 60%, $500 million for 2023 alone. Ivory Coast is doing over $800,000. I believe $800,000. I believe. No, $800 million. Almost $1 billion. Don't talk about Ghana or Nigeria. They are way out there. Ghana and Nigeria are way out there.
And the thing is, I go to all these grocery stores
in America,
the corner stores in America, right? all the packaging that you see is either Ghana, Senegal, even the jumbos and all that is either Ghana, Senegal, or Nigeria, or Ivory Coast, right?
Or Mali, yeah.
And Mali. But when you look at the products
From Gambia.
especially the ones from Senegal, you know that this is from Gambia.
So, but again, let me tell you one thing that happened. My wife loves these African stores, those corner stores.
Yeah.
There's one in Atlanta called, I think, Dar es Salaam, right? They have different Arabs.
Yeah.
The Rui, the Mono.
Yeah.
They have different ones packaged from different places. And she will always ask, which one is the better Arab? The guy is like, that one is from Mali, this one is from Guinea, this one's from Senegal. You pick. So whatever she picked, she came home. I don't know how to cook. So you boil the water.
Yeah.
When it's boiling, then you put the arrow in there and stir it, right?
Yeah.
As she is stirring it, the arrow is melting. It looks like instead of wood, right? But the arrow I brought from Gambia in a Ziploc bag in my suitcase, way different. It never melted. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not only what they're getting from Gambia, it's the quality of work of Gambian products. It's way better than this quality of work within the sub-region. We got some good stuff. So what the chamber is now doing, we are promoting to have those corner stores in the Gambia, in the United States, to buy from us directly. I'm conversating with them that if we cannot export through AGOA, right?
Yeah.
Why can't you buy from us directly? We encourage us to up our products and services, right?
Yeah.
And I'm now encouraging them. I'm telling them, hey, I'm back. There are opportunities out there. I need you to improve on your packaging. I need you to improve on the outlook of your packaging. The product inside the package is good, right? It's old wine in a new bottle, right?
Yeah.
Let's get a new bottle. Can be a good packaging. There are good packaging companies, but they say that it's expensive. There are no packaging companies or factory in the Gambia. So these are all the challenges that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The lab, the facility, the packaging companies. So our focus in the Gambia needs to be on these things so we can compete. I want Gambia to compete.
Now, the packaging is good, but you're also going to have certified people to be able to give you the nutritional value of the products and then put them in the packaging and just we know how quality it is. You have to, even if it's dry fish, you have to have all those things there. Now, do we have those readily available here for the women? This is an interesting conversation. Me, I'm looking at a business venture right there because I know how, 3 pepper in the US, you go to the market, it's $5.99.
I'm glad that you touched on that one.
$5.99.
So now my new trend. No, that's my new trend now. So when I went to the US, I went to different, they call some African stores, some Caribbean stores, some Mexican stores.
Yeah.
This is not the big retail stores like Walmart, Kroger. It's not. These are tropical stores like the Caribbean stores, right? A lot of them in New York, in the Atlanta area. You have, they call them farmers markets sometimes, right? Then you have these local markets. Now, there is certain small things that are special to me that a lot of people don't know. It will happen. I had a business in America, and I want to go personal. Just give you an example. Customers will come in and they will tip my employees $1 or $2. It may look small to you, but at the end of the night, when you put those dollars together, it's equivalent to like $7,200. And that was $1 from 50 customers, 100 customers, right? I'm trying to tell Gambia, I'm not saying don't look at the bigger price. I'm not saying that. But there are little things that we know how already. We know how. So the AGOA, African Growth Opportunity Act, is not only about food products. It's also textile. It's also art and craft. Right? So this pillow right here, if you look at it, it's Afrocentric. Right? But they're saying that if I can sell this pillow in the United States, if this pillow is not from America and you want something unique, Afrocentral, right? Afrocentral.
Yeah.
You can use our real kente cloth.
Yeah.
You can use the Darafano. Is that right? The Raba. What is it called?
It's Darafano.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can use that.
Yeah.
And make sure they know this is hand woven. In America, people like authentic stuff, unique stuff. They will buy a pillow, just a pillowcase.
Yeah.
They will buy it because it's from Africa. It is unique. It was handmade. These are things that the chamber promotes. These are things I want my Gambian people to start, my members, to start looking into saying, it's not all about the food products. You have textile available to you, right? And the textile, the Americans are saying, if we can prove that it is 30% Gambian, it qualifies to be done. If we can prove it. Meaning, maybe the cotton is not from Gambia, but the cotton can be processed in Gambia. And the people doing the weaving, that's Gambian. When you put it together, it's Gambian. When you put the color on it, come on, that's more than 30%. That's 70%, 80%, right? So I'm saying, let's change our prospect. Let's change our thoughts. We'll be thinking. We're thinking, Amabuga, come. And there's another product later. That can go. But you only focus on come. There's a system of talking. Right? The kind of guana you touch on, that's also special to me.
Yeah.
Me and my wife and I went shopping. And she's looking for this guana. And she kept asking them, is it hot? They're like, listen, man, we just received it like this. Yeah. Right? We cannot go there and taste every package whether it's hot or not. But it says, guana. How many guanas are being produced in the Gambia? And it's a year-round thing, right? It's not seasonal. Yeah. So imagine the Gambian woman at Tipagaras, Banjul Market, Serekunda, Rusubi, Costa Road, knowing that somebody can come and buy guana in bulk from them daily. And that's going to be impacting their lives economically. You think they're going to be sitting around the market every day to wait for the pass and then go cook? No. So there are small things we can do. But now, how does the guana get out? The guana doesn't go through scrutiny like our corn goes through scrutiny.
Oh, it doesn't?
It will not go. It is guana. It is good. It's an agricultural product that came from the ground. Okay. So what are you going to ask me? What pesticides have you used on it? I tell you. How do you grow it? I show you. I'm not going to go through that process of conging. How did we smoke it? Who is the approving? Who is the lamb? Yeah. We're not going to go through that. Mm-hmm. There are corn living in Gambia every day. Yeah. There are bananas living in Gambia every day. What are the guana? So these are my things when I went and I saw the guana. I said, let's go find you buyers in America who will come here and buy the guana.
So it seems like for products like the guana and others, the major issues are packaging.
Packaging, guana is not an issue. To me, it's a new product I discovered on my own that nobody is looking at. And I go to America and I see them in stores, on shelves. Yeah. They're selling them $3.
3 for $5.99. 4 for $5.99.
And how much is that in dollars?
That is almost 65 by 5. How much is that? 70 now by 5. That's like 200 and something.
So now the obstacle with that is
that's
now,
like a whole.
now the obstacle. Yeah. I think they take the tomato thing.
Yeah.
No longer in that, right? Right, Poticana.
That's too.
No longer in that. For how much?
I think it's 75 or 80. I don't know. I get to go tell me. I don't know, but I think it's around that.
It's about that, right?
Yeah,
maybe like let's say about $100,
yeah,
right?
Let's say 100, yeah.
So how much you think you could make from that in America?
1 point, yeah.
So, but again, now we're missing something. The logistical part of it to get into the United States. That's another challenge, right? So what the chamber is now doing, we engage in these logistic companies, like the people working with Turkish Airlines. Turkish Airlines comes to Gambia about 3 times a week, I believe, right? Yeah. And they do cargo. Process Airline comes to Gambia 3 times a week, they do cargo, right? Why can't we have logistics companies in the Gambia? Like the people working with Red Code, there's FedEx, there's DHL. Why can't we work with them? Have those products say, let's try it. Let it go to the United States. Let's have a pilot, let's have a contract. Somebody approached me to have a contract with them to sign. I don't want to commit to that contract because the supply and demand has to match with that contract. It either goes by 1 month or twice a month or once a week, right? To commit to that contract, but you have to meet the quota, saying that if it's going to be one ton, you give me this quota, 1 ton. So now I'm going to call my members, let them know what is available out there. Can you give me 1 ton of guano a month? Not call, because the call is very technical. Now, what I'm doing in the chamber is engaging with people that are the rightful stakeholders in that call to approve the call. That's not my job, but just to get the stakeholders together. Yeah. We work with it, we talk to the government or private investors, build a lab in there. I was thinking they were in Busumi. It was not there. You know, there's a thing that they build. They're building around here. But they say that's some lab, medical lab. But I would love for them to include something to do with food. Yeah. Thank you. That would be great. That would be a lot of money for this country. For this country. Yeah. Yeah. So these are the things we have our system. If you talk to the right people, talk to me. Talk to the Uncle Bucks. Talk to other people who know. But let's not just say, I'm the government, I want to hold on to myself. If you come to me, cool. If you don't come to me, all right. That's why we're not exporting. Let's talk to each other. Let's work together.
And if we don't export, this is why our dollars are continuing to be negotiated against all major prices. Because we are not exporting, we are not importing. 99.9%.
So the scale is like
this. Yeah. Our dollars cannot hold up to these currencies because everything that we buy is in CFA. Or in dollars, or in euro, or in pounds.
So I saw something recently about the Gambia's GDP doing very well and all that. And I tell them that's good, right? But when you talk about the GDP, let's look at our import-export ratio. Mm-hmm. To be fair, if the import-export ratio is like this.
I mean, I spoke to the economist, Dr. Lajibo came here last week, and we were talking about this. You tell us the economy is doing bad.
Yes.
You said the economy is doing bad. But the factors that tells you whether it's the economy is doing well or not doing well. Number one, our currency is depreciating against all major currencies. Number two, the Forex exchange that comes into the country is gone less. Number three, our debt portfolio has gone way higher than it was. Number four, inflation, you said, is down. But the conditions, the things that make inflation to go down, the conditions that D-Boss look at for inflation to go down is the price of rice, the price of oil, the price of gas, the price of all these commodities. They are not going down. How are you telling me that inflation has gone down? So you put all of these together. All of them are against the dollar. The depreciation is against us. So how are you telling us that the economy is doing well with all of these things? So these are the conditions that make the economy to do well.
So let's agree to disagree on one thing.
Okay.
Let's agree that the economy is doing well.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I was an athlete. Mm-hmm. People look at me, oh, so is doing well. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
But when so gets there with the Kenyans, so if I finish last.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about on a global, my foresight.
Yeah.
I'm thinking globally now. Mm-hmm. You're doing well. Imagine if you now export, what you gonna do?
Fantastic.
Thank you. And that's the point I'm talking about. Let's not be conceited with the well that we're doing. So now I'm not school. I'm not A, I'm not B, I'm not C. The teacher right at the bottom of the report card. Lamin is doing well. Right?
Yeah.
Bakari comes home with all A's. Yeah. They don't say Bakari is doing well. Excellent like that, right?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is this. You're doing well economically.
Okay.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, but let's do well. Yeah.
Let's do way better. Okay. And if we do better, it's not for you alone at that time. It's for our youth. Yeah. It's for our women. You know, it's for the country to start competing. And I use these two words for people to understand the difference. I kept going back to my common denominator of being an athlete. There's a difference between competing and participating. Our Gambian government officials can go to conferences abroad. They go and do what they Some of them go there just to participate, just to be there. Like coach will say, If you say, Mr. Drammeh, how you doing? Coach, I'm all right. He doesn't like to hear that. You say, you are a man, you are a young man, you're a young black man. How you doing? Oh, coach, I'm good. I'm doing very well. I'm thankful for what I'm doing. You know, let's have that pride as a country to say we are doing well. Not we are doing well.
Yeah, we are doing well. Yes. Another thing that I wanted to bring, I know before I go to businesses, I still want to deal with this women and ponds and the fishes and all this stuff. So a lot of us women who travel, when we travel, we take 10 suitcases, 5 suitcases. When I go to vacation, I tell people I don't just go on vacation. I don't take money from Ghana to go spend in the US. I take products and sell and spend that on my vacation. It's wasteful. You know, my sister, if I come celebrating, when I come off, I'm like, what makes me celebrate? I earn my money, and as long as it's legal. Now, a lot of us believe, I remember when I was living in the UK, they used to have these ponds being prepared in the Gambia, and they bring it in containers. Nobody wants to buy those ponds because of the way they are prepared, right? I'm not soon come to feed. I can't deny it. I chef commission. And in here, some of the American only and the processing system of they dry it. The way they process it, people think there's a difference. And a lot of the consumers will tell you, combine hot, in the fresh water, when they processing machine be appearing. Because there used to be a processing place in Carnival. They go and see machine be appearing, and then it comes. You know, the one that you bring suitcase more down because more stuff. When they begin the forward because of all the conditions that the FDA and others will ever put
the preservatives,
all of those things that they put there, it makes it totally different. Now, to us women who take this fish and want to avoid all of those things and say, look, I'm just going to make my box and you can go. The rest, we must spend processing here and everything, and then it takes longer before it gets sold and all the stuff. What do you say to those women?
So I don't say stay away from it. I'm not saying it's not going to be doable. I'm not saying it is impossible. But I'm not, as a business person, I'm not going to sit and wait. What do I do? That's a question comes into play. What do I do? So you came and joined the chamber. What can the chamber do for you? We have members. 90% of them are all women. 80% of them are all food processors. They're all into different kind of food processing. Something that I say to people, I brag about America. One thing I love about America, you can go and create your own path in life. You can go and be who you want to be. That's a lot of opportunity. America can make you or break you. People ask me how did I come home, and they look at what I do. So I have if you listen to me or you look at me, you work with property, you see a mixture of Afrocentrism, of America and Ghana. I went to a historical black college, and all I do is whether I wear it or I eat it, is a blend of America and Africa. So I'm saying, if you want your corn to taste like the corn that they like, I remember days that they do sinkri, help me out, sinkri kudo, no, right?
Yeah.
Where they put the firewood like an oven.
Yeah.
So the concept of the oven comes from the oven that came from generations that you bake. You know, you do the tapa inside the oven and you go in and take it out.
Yeah.
It's the same as an oven of a bakery that the modern Tubac makes as a bakery. Yeah. They just made it in a way that they do the bread, the flour, whatever, put in the machine makes it. It comes out to become bread. Tapa is still bread. In fact, I prefer tapa over self-food. And don't hold it that against me. Okay? So all I'm saying is, if the average Gambian have consumed tapa, and it's good to them, make your fish like a tapa. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
No,
if you cannot put that corn in the oven to make it and do stuff.
Yeah.
But you want the taste of the tapala, not the self.
Yeah.
And your cum tastes like your tapala. Make your cum as a tapala. Don't take firewood and stuff and put the carton bojile sigana supermarket with misane ko get carton that's all. I'm not for you. That's what the FDA is saying. You're taking cardboards from everywhere. You see them walking around, they pick up cardboards.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But what's in that cardboard? What kind of chemical was in that cardboard? What came from there? You're gonna go and smoke the fish with it. Saku, you didn't go take off. Saku will not for how long? So all I'm saying is, then create something locally. Lohan blends my Afrocentrism as my Gambian, my identity, right? Blend with the concept of what they talk about an oven. Say, listen, we don't do this thing in an oven, in your oven. We create our own oven. Build your own smoking oven. You smoke your fish in there. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm not an expert on that. I'm just giving you an idea of how the system can go. They don't want you to have you take mata bisafogo jile right? Them Daniel water because all of those things are put into place. You go probably cut down on the legal tree, right? Where you got the firewood, right? But with an oven, it could be charcoal, it could be firewood that is legally being done. You build your own nice, clean environment oven. It could be clean oven. It's clean. You make it into an oven. That's where you smoke your fish. If the FDA comes in, they say, oh, this is Africa. They do things their way, but it has met the standard of an oven. And the environment is clean. Yeah. I don't want you going to at the back of your house and smoking fish over there. Yeah. It's in the open. It's not a secure environment. That is looked into place. Is the environment where you got the fish from, where you got the items that you're using to smoke the fish from. Yeah. What did you put as a preservative in that fish? Do you know why they put sniper on it? When they smoke the cum buneka lohala yahu tuti. Yeah. Afle amsa. Aka phone call so. So sniper dafle do amu. That's why they were using the sniper. So that's equivalent to what? A preservatory? Yeah. Right? So ask them, what preservatory can I use that is approved? But who can approve that? And the food safety. And the so you see where we come back. We came back again backwards. So we take 10 steps forward.
And then we still come back
backwards.
But are we checking what Senegal is doing differently? Because what Senegal is doing, because a lot of us know that they're taking the cup from us here. Sometimes it's even sold here. Because this is our pump. I have friends in Senegal. The only thing they ask me when I go, same combi, accent mayonnaise. That's all I take for them. When I go to Senegal, I take boxes of corn to my friends and sio mayonnaise aramanti. That's what they ask.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I take corn and mayonnaise all the time I go to Senegal. The musicians, my ordinary friends, that's what they ask. And our geja. Because the only place they can get those gejas from is in Casamance. So, because we're closer, so they get all of this. We have abundance of all of this. So most of the corn that they package is from here. What are they doing differently?
So
is
this
it
is
because their country is certified by FDA? They have all the testing facilities. So even if they take this stuff from our country and take it to theirs and package it, it doesn't go through all those processes.
Yeah.
Because already the country has been certified. Is that the scenario we're looking at? Or what?
Honestly, I don't know the scenario what the Senegalese are doing.
Yeah.
But that makes sense what you're saying. That can we go on a visit? Can we go and say, hey, an older man told me a story how Gambia used to be. Senegal will send in a delegation to Gambia to come to Ports Authority to see how we run our ports.
Before.
Yeah, they come for internship. Right? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They did that. Why can't we do the same thing? Is something missing somewhere? We look at the wrong things for the wrong purposes. We are focused on bigger pictures rather than the small things that you need to fix. Fix it first before you can start looking at the big pictures. Don't try to build me a 20-story building if you cannot even comprehend building a 10-story building. You see my point?
Yeah.
But you focusing on Damabuga Gambia development from Nega, Singapore, and another moment. Before Singapore, look at what you can do as your lowest common denominator things that you can get done. Your small things. Farmer, you farm farm.
Yeah.
You know, comprehend that nigga, but I'm not a bigger. So what I'm saying, if the comp is a bigger issue, we don't have labs. We don't have the inspection being done. We don't have the certification being done. That we can have a container, 40-foot container or 42-foot container, filled it with comp in boxes, nice package, kuko ubisa, because sometimes we look at the outside of the package first.
Yeah.
How good it looks, right?
Yeah.
It is attractive.
Yeah.
Okay, go and let the Gambian make you something that's supposed to be attractive. But there are people exporting from the Gambia. Yes, and they're doing it at their own way of doing it. Right? Talk to those people, invite them. But again, go to Senegal. I think that's the quickest thing you can do.
Yeah.
Send a delegation. I don't want to mention something with a name. There's a company that came to Gambia last month or 2 months ago. It's a big multi-billion-dollar company globally. They came to Gambia for something. And the best thing the government did, and I will commend them for that. They said, before we can accept you and give you license, we are going to send a team to the countries where you already operate to see the good, the bad, and the ugly that you do. That's good. I like that. Now, why can't we do the same thing for other stuff? Why can't we send people from food safety? Why can't we send people from the Department of Agriculture? Why can't we send people from diaper to go to those places, look at what they're doing right, and Gambia is not able to do. Send them to Ivory Coast if you want them to go to Senegal, because Ivory Coast is doing it. Send them to Ghana, send them to Nigeria. See, hey, we want to export, but we're having these issues, these challenges. We don't have the facility, we don't have the labs, we don't have the this, we don't have that. What you doing for your products to be certified and go? Say, well, FDA, we have a relationship. We send our staff to the FDA, they trade with them, and they give them the accreditation because they all Gambians are very smart. Gambians are one of the smartest people in the world. You go anywhere, a Gambian is a doctor, an engineer. You go to NASA, there is a Gambian. We have Gambians all over. What makes you think that we are not smart enough to get it here? Something is wrong somewhere that we are not looking at what we're supposed to look at. The focal is, our bifocal is wrong. Even the cameraman will tell you, if I don't get a right focal, I cannot get the right picture. We need to get the right picture. Let's put the right people in the right place. Let's bring people on board. Let's sit down and talk. Let's put in place, then go to the right people and say, hey, this is what we think can make this thing happen. So AmCham is doing this. We are engaging the right people. We are seeking programs from the United States government through the US Embassy. We are seeking partnerships with partners who can come in, not only support AmCham, but support AmCham members.
So that brings to my question, that woman in Momodou Lamin who wants to join AmCham because they want to have these opportunities, create doors for them to export their goods. They just want support. They want to know what they can do to improve. What should they do? How do they go about registering?
So AmCham has a registration form, a process where you come and register to become a member. It's an annual fee. Starts from individuals are about $5,500 annually, right? If you look at that, that's not even $100. I think that's not even $100. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's about
5,000.
5,000 for the whole year. It's about 500, probably $400 and something a month, right? Then we have SMEs who pay about I think 10,000. Then we have corporations that contribute about 15,000 a year. Then we have partners, and the partners go into these major corporations like Official, Surveyside, Wave, Global Properties, Mirror. Mirror is a partner, and Mirror is one company that came in and they approached us saying, we want to support each other because we see what you guys are doing, not for their Mirror business alone, right? So we did the same thing. They approached AmCham. How can we support AmCham? How can the Gemini support AmCham? Right? Because we know that you guys are doing something for our women. Like I said, 90% of our members are our women, and they are dear to my heart because they're hardworking women. These women will wake up in the morning, they want to see their product, but I also get up every morning and greet them. please improve on your packaging, please improve on your products. You know, don't just give me something in a Ziploc bag or in a cup, say this is what you're doing, right? So what we do is we try to help them within ourselves, within the chamber, those who can help them. Like we have a branding company, that's an armchair partner, right? He comes in sometimes, come talk to our members. Say, what do you need? This is how much it's gonna cost us. So the member will come back, Mr. Drammeh, I cannot afford this package, right? But if we can find you a partner that can sponsor you, you see that's the benefit of the chamber. It's this synergy within the chamber. It's not only American chamber. You want to go to America, you come apply for a visa, we write you a letter, you go to, that's not what the chamber is all about. The chamber is bigger than that. And I want the chamber to be part of a success story of the Gambian story of importing and exporting, right? So I will encourage everybody to come in, those who are into these agri businesses, those who are in the textile business, those who are in the arts and craft business, come join the chamber. Let's all talk, see where we can support you. Because there are a lot of channels that we can support you and promote you.
Now let's look at the businesses like coming into the Gambia, especially Gambian Americans who are investing in businesses. What exactly does the chamber offer to them? Is there anything that you do for them? Because this is American chamber, right? What do you offer to those Gambians? Because you know sometimes you come from the US, you want to come and invest here. Sometimes you know the business environment is a whole different thing, and the way things work back then, how it is here, is totally different. Now, what exactly does the chamber offer to these people?
Good question. So we have this company that I mentioned. I didn't mention the name. I cannot mention the name. When they went to the American embassy, the first thing that they told them, you need to go to the chamber. He said, what can the chamber do for me? Same question you asked. What we did, we engaged the right stakeholders on your behalf. It's like going to an unfamiliar territory that you don't know. You just want to go in straight, trying to go apply for a business license. In the Gambia. You know how it's going to happen, right? You know what's going to happen, right? You already fail or you are discouraged before you even get started. It can happen sometimes. It has happened in history. So what the chamber does, we take you on our wings, we lead the way for you. We take you to the right stakeholders, take you to the right places. You need this license, this is the institution to apply, but we go with you as the American Chamber of Commerce, Gambia. See, it's the American Chamber of Commerce, Gambia. Because there are other American Chamber of Commerce everywhere. You go around the world. Around the world. Senegal has an American Chamber of Commerce. But there is a American Chamber of Commerce, Gambia. So as an American company, you come in, we pluck you, what they call pluck. We send you to the right people, but then we come along with you, we guide you. And I think the conversation is different when I walk in with you. Say, Fatou, this is my colleague from America. He's coming in to open up a business in the Gambia. And he needs license A and B and C, or guide him through, or license C. He's an American Chamber of Commerce partner. He's coming to the Gambia to create jobs, but he also coming to the Gambia to support the chamber. So the introduction is done by the chamber. We walk you through all the system. We do not give out funding. We don't. We actually receive funding to support the existence of the chamber. Right? But most people would think if I join the chamber, they will give me a check to start my business. We don't do that. Right? You come from America, you coming in, you're willing to invest in the Gambia, we hold your hand, we walk you through the right way. We support you. I remember, was it Forex?
Yes.
Forex?
Yes.
Right?
They're one of our partners, yes.
Really?
Yes.
They went through some challenges a couple of months ago.
Yes.
I got a phone call saying, Mr. Drammeh, what is the chamber doing to support them? They're an American business.
Yes.
And Ismaila happened to be a brother, a nephew, and also, great guy. Also that he is part of the chamber's board, right? We have to engage some people. We have to pick up the phone and call some people. Say, hey man, we need to start looking at things in a different way. You know, you trample on the wrong guy at the wrong time, doing the wrong thing.
think this is the right way we do it. So these are things that the chamber can do on your behalf. You know, as an American business coming into the Gambia. We stand in favor. We are not the embassy, however. Just like what the embassy will do when they hear about Americans having problems in a country. They also have their roles.
And brings me to my next question. What is the relationship with the embassy? I saw the U.S. embassy visited. We covered that. The embassy visited you.
Yes.
You know, it was positive. Now, what is the chamber's relationship with the embassy? How does the embassy come in to support the chamber?
Very mutual, actually. The ambassador has been Cheryl, a beautiful lady.
Amazing woman.
Yeah, amazing. She loves Gambia.
She loves.
She loves Gambia, and she is a woman advocate.
Yes.
She doesn't hide it, so I'm not gonna hide it either.
She's
she will tell you right away,
yeah.
hey, I'm all in for the woman.
Yes.
Which I love about her. Because I'm a woman advocate too, by the way. You know, oh yeah. I support women. I'm the only male child out of 8 children.
Oh.
So all I got is sisters.
I see.
So I stand in for it. Yes.
Definitely, yes.
So on that part of the embassy, embassies support us on different aspects. Again, the funding, they don't see Americans don't fish and bring you the fish. They show you how to fish. They teach you how to fish so you can fish for yourself. So what the American embassy does is they bring us programs. They bring us things that we apply for, that will support the chamber, that will support our members, that our members will benefit from. These are programs. And every week, either they're calling me or I'm calling them. Hey, what is available out there? Or there's a program that non-US citizens can benefit from. Who are they? But they get to be women, or they get to be, there's one that they just put out last week or 2 weeks ago. The only problem is they need about 100 and something employees that you have to have an employee. So that disqualified most Gambian, businesses. But there are programs out there. So what they will do, they will bring the programs. It could be through the USAID.
Yeah.
You know, it could be through from the US State Department. The embassy itself may not have a particular program that they will finance something, but what they will do is they will finance a training.
Yeah.
They will finance a get-together where we can do a B2B.
Yeah.
You know, they will create a breakfast time, they will sponsor it, or they will say, hey, Mr. Drammeh, we need 5 of your partners. We want to have lunch with them. Talk to them. What are their challenges in the Gambia? Meaning that when they talk about those challenges, the embassy knows about it, the Gambia government will know about it. You see, relationship, right?
Yeah.
So it comes from building the chamber, have partners within the chamber, American businesses, right? And then the Americans will go on and say, hey, it's been 3 months. Can we hear from them again? Some of the American businesses, not all of them are partners of the chamber. They feel like they are doing good on their own, but still now the chamber stands it for them when they need the crisis. Yeah.
To those who say the chamber is used just to get visas for family, friends, and people just to get to the United States, what's your response to that? That's the belief a lot of people have.
I have siblings, I have nieces and nephews. I wish I can get them a visa to go to America because every day they will call me and say, Uncle, how can I go to America? But no, it's a misconception. And I told you, I have a system. And my focus, I'm going to be very honest to you, I've said that, I'm going to say it again. And I think I've made that disclaimer already. My focus at this point is not just to be writing letters to people to come join the chamber, go to the American embassy looking for visas. I'm not saying I'm not going to do that. I'm not saying that's not my interest. My focus is how to get those people looking for visas, how to get their products in America, to be bought by Americans, to empower them economically, but also to promote Gambia's name, the branding of the Gambia. That the Americans who see Gambia, those who don't know Gambia, listen, Ghanaians are now getting an influx of Americans going there based on their brand in America, the way they branded Ghana, by having programs for Americans. Senegal, you go into Air Senegal or with normal, or Turkish Airline, not Turkish Airline, but Delta is full of Americans going to Senegal because they have brands of Senegalese items I work in a Walmart. You know Walmart. You know Kroger.
Yeah.
Senegalese produce are there. Where are Gambian produce? They look at it, I want to go to Senegal. Let's promote Gambia. So I'm telling you that I would rather focus on me branding Gambia under the American Chamber of Commerce name into America, to encourage investors coming to Gambia to come meet my members and invest in them or partner with them. I want to encourage Americans to come to Gambia, invest in the Gambia. I want to have Gambians partner with Americans. Gambian products going to America. Expos are good.
Yeah.
Once you're ready, your product is ready. Why do you take your samples to them expos?
Yeah.
Find investors, find buyers. There are people at expos, trade fairs, that are looking for products that they can invest in, that they can buy and say, hey, your product is good, I like it, but I think I can improve on your packaging. Listen, there's a show on ABC or NBC called Shark Tank.
Yeah.
You know the Shark Tank?
Yes.
Where you get investors or these billionaires sitting there,
they look at
and you look at you pitch.
Yeah.
Tell them,
you pitch
I'm selling this water.
Yeah.
Why is your water different from everybody else's water? I would love to do that for my
Why
business.
should I invest in your business?
Which I'm doing this December, by the way. So the chamber also, when I came, I started last year. I took over the job in September. By December, I organized a program. I think I called you for that, right?
Yes.
But did you remember it was last minute?
Yeah. You sent us text last minute. And
I was playing safe because it was something that I don't think the chamber has ever done. Okay, so I organized this program, which is a trade summit, a diaspora summit, and there are a lot of diaspora programs going on in December.
Yeah.
So my point was, bring a different kind of flavor to what you are used to doing. But since you don't have much help, go low.
Yeah.
Go low, make a big name for yourself. Make a big entrance. And I did at the end. So this year, I want to do the same thing, but with a different twist, to do something like the Shark Tank.
Okay.
I will invite prominent businesses, and they will all sit, and I will allow young Gambian entrepreneurs or even other entrepreneurs to come in and pitch for their products, right? Maybe Auntie Safi or Auntie Lucy has the best Arab, has the best Findi.
Yeah.
And she don't know how to sell it. She's looking for an investor. She wants to grow her business. She can come and tell them why her Findi is different from Auntie Huja's Findi.
Yeah.
You see my point?
Yeah.
Why your outfit is different from the other tailor's outfit.
Yeah.
You know, why is my water the best water? Tell me, why is your water the best water? Why is your chakra the best chakra? What do you do different? Why your akara is different? Because there are the people doing different akaras now.
Yeah.
They package them, I think Auntie Binta is doing it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So Auntie Binta can come and pitch to a group of prominent Gambian, or even foreigners.
Yeah.
Tell them, why is your akara different? You know, we encourage, we promote, we encourage, we facilitate. I'm at best at my facilitation right now. I'm even doing sister city linkage now. I'm having that conversation. That's what the chamber is doing too. We go to America, we find a city that we think that if Gambia comes here with this city, it will promote Gambia. It will promote the city. That will encourage investors also to come.
Interesting. And finally, what are the biggest challenges that the chamber faces in doing all of these things? For example, helping the women, connecting them, helping them export. What are the major challenges? I know we talk about packaging and others, but just to sum it up, what are the biggest challenges?
So the biggest challenge I have, I would not even call it a challenge, but it's rebuilding the chamber, rebranding the chamber. There are so many misconceptions out there. I'm trying to get that misconception away from it. First of all, it's hard to do that. Yesterday being a holiday, I went to look for a car part at Joshua.
A car part?
A car part.
Oh, part. Okay.
And I went to Joshua, and I met a guy who's a member of the chamber. And he's now free that we are casual, talking casually. Why does the Americans don't want to give me visa to go to America? That's what he asked me. Because he went to American embassy and they denied him.
Yeah.
Right? But he joined the chamber so that somebody told him that. He joined the chamber. A few months later, he went to apply for visa. And they denied him.
Yeah.
He's Nigerian, by the way. Okay? Nigerian in Gambia,
looking for a Gambian American visa in the Gambia. What do you do in the Gambia? I have a spare parts shop. Okay, why is your spare parts different from other spare parts shops? See, this comes into play.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in America? So me, let's say I'm a spare parts guy. I want to go to America. I'm Nigerian. Why is my parts store different? Or I'm only selling American spare parts. My focus is to only sell American spare parts because there are not many American spare parts shops in the Gambia, right? I have just started it. I'm buying retail. It's too expensive. I want to go to America and have a network because of there are expos in America doing those kind of trade shows that do spare parts and other equipment, right? So I want to go to a trade show where I can find a wholesaler or a partner who can supply me car parts. But you just want to go to America. You didn't apply for no trade show, no trade fair, no nothing. You just want to go on your own. If I'm the American, the consular, I would deny you also. Because you didn't tell me why you're going to America. How is it going to help America? How is it going to help Gambia? You see my point, right? So I want to get that misconception out as a challenge for us. Because I talk to people to come join the chamber, they are reluctant to come join the chamber. I ask them, why are you reluctant? Because the American embassy is not issuing visas. I said, I am not the American embassy. They are an affiliate, they're from the chamber, but we are not letting people join the chamber just to go get a visa. If that is the only thing, don't join the chamber then. You're right. They're reluctant. So I want to make that clear. If you feel like you're coming to join the chamber just to get a visa to go to America, you're in the wrong place. Under my tenure. Okay? You're in the wrong place. If you are denied visa and you have never supported the chamber, you are a Gambian, don't call me complaining to me because I'm not the one who asked you to go. It happened just not long ago. A guy sent a full letter on why his visa was revoked. He is not a member of the chamber. He is not a partner of the chamber. He just wants to go to America. That he was issued a visa. He was denied. And he wanted to write a letter to the chamber that, hey, I need your support. I've been denied the visa. I'm the wrong guy. I'm telling you that. I'm not trying to prevent anybody from going to America, by the way. So some of the challenges that we're facing also is the lack of support from our American partners or the American-owned businesses in the Gambia, right? We want them to join the chamber, support the chamber, so that the Gambian members that are within the chamber can also benefit from their services. See, it's like a synergy. Yours, what you do, you join the chamber, you partner with the chamber, somebody else benefit from you. So these are the things that we are facing. We are rebranding the chamber. I am taking my time, by the way. I'm not rushing into something that is not going to be a long-term benefit. I'm not into no short-term game. Now, I could have done the short-term game, had opportunities. But since I came, I've created at least good partners with a lot of good businesses in the Gambia. And we're conversating, we're talking, and we do invite them. So in December, by the grace of Allah, you will realize what I'm talking about, the people that I'm going to bring in. We promote your brand, but also we bring you in so that other people can come and benefit from you. It's like when Komiyom came in, Wave came in. There's a young man who is a Gambian, very young man, who is into agriculture. I'm not going to tell, he is not even a chamber member. I'm going to be honest in saying this today. I saw the good in him, and I do that too. I see things that are good, I approach you. I say, are you a member of the chamber? No. Come join the chamber. No, I'm doing good by myself. I'll leave you alone. So this young man, one of them is growing apples in the Gambia, by the way. He's growing apples.
Apples in the Gambia?
Yes. Young man, last name Joe. And another young man, last name Fai. They're working together. They're into this eco-agricultural system thing. I saw the talent in them. I invited them to come join the chamber. Said, it's just a membership fee, and then I'll introduce you to more people. In fact, I have a program, come to that program, I'll introduce you to the people. When they get to the program, somebody came to that program and offered them acres of land to farm on his land. That's the opportunity that we create. We bring people together, we network,
That's what the chamber does. We promote, we facilitate. The list goes on, you know, and that's what I'm into. I'm not into telling you, Fatou, come join the chamber. In 3 months, I assure you, you're gonna have a visa. No, that's not me. No, that's not me. I'm not gonna bring you in for the chamber for that. But if your stuff is good, you have a good offer, and there's an expo concerning your stuff, I'm not gonna call a name. I know a young lady in Gambia. I tried my best. There was this cosmetic expo in Florida. She is one of, I see talent in her. She doesn't know me, I don't know her. I called her. I said, hey, you know about the American Chamber? She's like, nah. I said, do you want to expand your business in America, globally? He said, yes, of course. I said, why don't you come join the chamber? He said, for what? I'm doing good. I said, yeah, but you know, we have expos. Yeah. There is one cosmetic or whatever expo you call it. It's in Florida, one is in New York or New Jersey. Yeah. I said, why don't you come in and you apply for that? They will accept you to come to the expo. Then we're gonna write you a reference letter to go to the American embassy. I bet they know you because your name is everywhere in the Gambia. Everybody knows you, right? You go there, they know you're not going to America to stay there. They know you're only going to go expose your business. Yeah. I really meant well for this young lady. She never returned my calls, never showed up. Oh. Right? And there's another young lady mad at me, a sister of mine. My intentions are good. I facilitated a program where she can come and be part of that round table. At the end, the round table people pulled the plug. They wanted government officials to come to the round table. They brought some people that have no relevance of being there. And this young lady, I wanted her because she's of substance. See, Gambian women have a substance there. Of course. Like I said, I'm a feminist, right? Yeah. But Gambian women have substance. Yeah. I wanted this young lady at the round table. So with her power, network, she will make an impact on the table. Yeah. They pulled the plug. I couldn't have my members or partners go. They brought some Gambia government officials, politicians, they showed up. Mine were kicked out. She got mad at me, thinking that I'm the one who didn't keep my word. So again, what do? You allow them to be who they are. Yeah. I'm doing my best. I have good intentions for the Gambia, you know. But these are the challenges that we face in France. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Drammeh. Finally, what's your message to, especially for me, I think what AmCham can do is empower our local women and young businesses, either those in the arts and craft, those in the agriculture, those in the food processing. If we get the right things right, from getting a processing plant, from getting a lab, from getting certified by the FDA, we can make a lot of revenue from these small.
And we can compete. Not only participating, right?
We can compete.
Yes.
And what that will do is improve our
economy.
Yes. Because if we're able to export even 30% compared to what we're doing now,
3%.
It's crazy. Yeah. So I think, you know, what's your message to these local women?
So my message will not be only towards the local women, because the local women also rely on
a system.
Yeah. Which is the system. So I'm gonna first say my message to the people that could change the system. Change the system to accommodate those local women. Once you change the system, I tell the local women, I have confidence in you because I see you at Tipagaras at 4 a.m. in the morning. I see them at 3 a.m. I think sometimes, right? You go to Tipagaras, all you see is women, right? So I have no doubt of their commitment. But once you are committed to what you're doing, you're committed to your work, be committed to your product also. Improve your product. You cannot be making the same groundnut cake that you were making 10 years ago, still selling it the way you're selling it, and expect to make millions of dollars out of it. But I'm going to assure you one thing, if you improve your groundnut cake and your packaging, you can be a millionaire. You can be Jakati Kani Wafula, you could be a millionaire. Yeah. There are women in the poultry business in Senegal, they are millionaires. Yeah. You think we don't have Gambian women poultry owners? They are millionaires in Senegal. We can have millionaires in the Gambia.
multi-millionaires in the Gambia if we are serious with our products and services. That's all it is. Be serious with your product, be serious with your hustle. Okay? You're already hustling by being at the market at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., and you probably go home at about 8, 9 o'clock. Before you put hot plate on the table, get all the kids in bed, it's already 10, 11 o'clock. You only have what? 3, 4 hours of sleep. That's what we did in America. We did that in America. We had 3, 4 hours of sleep. My whole life in America, right? We hustle. Do the same thing. Since you're doing it, respect it to the point that you want to make sure you preserve your product. You put your name. People know this is Fatou's Kani. So whatever they can is a support. Nearly Kani Fatou. Because I'm going to be branded.
That's what is called branding.
Thank you.
Branding.
So let's be serious about our branding.
Yeah.
With the products that we're selling, with the service that we're giving out. Customer service, I think we're doing better now in the Gambia.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing better. You know, we change the attitude a little bit, the way we talk to each other, our customers, the way we treat them.
Yeah.
No quick money. You know, let your money be long money. Don't make short-term money. Long money. We should be okay. So I think if the system, again, is changed, and I hear a lot of politicians talk about system change, but I don't think they dwell too much about what is system change. System could be, today, the lowest common denominator is the highway. This OIC highway is a system. Whether you like it or not, the system makes you where you can get on and get off. Right? Then they block everywhere as you could have got off. If you go where we are, turntable, you're going towards Senegambia, but you want to come to Bijilo on this side. You have to go all the way to Kasume Johnson, turn around, come back. It's a system. It's been put in place. Whether you like it or not, this is how you do it. So when a system is put in a place, the reason why Gambians cannot export our products into America,
We don't have a system in place.
there's no system in place, exactly. But the Americans do have a system that stops your product from coming in. It's a system. Even the plumbers, they have a system. They have a return valve and a non-return valve. The water can go one way. It cannot come back in the house. But if you put a non-return valve the other way, the water will go back in. It's a system, Fatou. So the system has to change. Don't only talk about government system. System for the people also. How you serve them, how they survive, how they operate, has to be a system. If a woman goes to the market 4 a.m. in the morning, there has to be a system, a channel that they go through to make sure their products are being sold, either to wholesale or to retailers, and how they sell, how they organize themselves, knowing that I cannot be on the footpath. Every day the police will come and chase them. They come right back again, right? Because there is not a system that prevents them from coming back. That's why our economy is not going, right? There's a system put in place. So I say, let's fix the system. Let's have a lab, processing center, the certification part from FDA, accrediting the food safety to be able to approve
Our products.
And next thing we have the plane or the ship that takes to United States available. We start exporting, we start competing. Man, I believe in Gambian products. I'm telling you that.
But government has a very part to play in this though.
They do.
Because all of these things you're saying, I mean, I know I already closed the show, but all of these things we're saying, it's government or big organization that can, actually it is government. For us to have a testing lab, there has to be government.
Because the FDA is government.
It's government.
The food safety in
it's
Gambia.
Government.
Yeah.
And the food safety is under government.
Government.
So it has to be a government having a food testing center, and then government initiating, because food safety is under the office of the vice president.
Oh, wow.
Now, food safety under the office of the vice president, having personnel trained by the FDA, being certified by the FDA,
Thank you.
and coming back to implement
That in
the
the Gambia.
rules that the FDA are putting in place for our exports. Now, the women can do all of these things, but if the system of having all these processes in place is not there, it still goes back to
Yeah, we gotta revolve it. We just gotta revolve it.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna go out. We gotta go out.
Thank you so much, Mr. Drammeh. It's been a useful conversation. I just hope somebody sometimes. I'm going to
can
also
hear this message.
Yeah, I'm having an interview with the Food Safety Director tomorrow. I'm calling him tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have this conversation as well as to what they're doing to help these women.
And you can bring us together with other stakeholders one day.
I think we
We
should.
are like make it look like a panel.
Yeah.
Maybe I may say something about them expecting from them.
And
They're already doing it or they're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
then they will respond in the positive to know that, hey, we're not holding you hostage. We also have been held hostage by
somebody else.
And
And then we'll be able to fix the problem.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you
That'll
go.
be
I like this.
Yeah.
You know, so this is how powerful the media is. This is how powerful the media, and I thank you very much for this, and that you are using your power to get the message out. You know, and hopefully somebody will listen, and they will get the message, and we can solve our problems. Yes.
Hopefully next time we're here, we're talking about launching, a food processing center, a testing lab, or saying, our officers from the FDA are back, the Gambia is certified. These are things, just like I said, like for example, us content providers. It's nothing that you can monetize in Gambia. These are the little things that we need to improve on to help our young people. In this world now, the Gen Zs are taking over. You go to Kenya, you see how much money they're making. The country is taxing those people who are making money on social media, they're making millions. And they're earning something because they're being taxed. But in Gambia, you have all these people on TikTok. They should be making money. They're not. You have all these people on YouTube. Unless you bypass and monitor and register in other countries, you cannot even monetize. Facebook. No, you cannot. Gambia cannot monetize on Facebook. You cannot monetize on YouTube. You cannot monetize on TikTok. But
Seriously?
Yes, Senegal are. The Senegalese content providers are making millions every month. That's why they sleep on TikTok. But we are on TikTok, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we cannot monetize.
I thought that we are making the money like with
No,
all these
we're
YouTubers
not.
we have.
On YouTube you can bypass. So when you register as a Senegalese, like you are registered in Senegal or in the US, you are able to monetize.
Okay.
That's what some of the companies are doing.
Okay.
But for Facebook, they always kick you out because they, obviously they know where you are stationed. The system kicks you out. You're not able to monetize. TikTok, you're not able to monetize. Imagine if we were able to get all these young people that don't have job in the system, but they're working, they have talent. They're on Facebook, they're on TikTok, they're on YouTube. If they're able to monetize and make, let's just say, $500 every month. Imagine how many people you have on social media.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
So who's supposed to be
It's the government.
Central Bank.
Ministry of Digital Economy supposed to take that up, and for the longest I don't even know they think about that. So these are things.
So again, that takes you back to what?
Systems. We have to improve on things that will help our people, and I think from the women to the young people, these are things that are very, very important as a country. But yeah.
The show is closed, right?
Thank you very much, Mr.
Right,
Drammeh.
it's closed?
No, it's not closed.
It's not closed yet. No, because I was going to mention some personal names to you about system change. When they talk about system change, good stuff that those who understand what system change is. Only thing they did not do, favor to us Gambians, is not to summarize what system change is all about. They didn't tell us that. They didn't tell the voters what system change is all about. I'm talking about politicians. When you talk about things, you gotta emphasize, you gotta summarize. You gotta go down to your lowest common denominator what system change is all about. You tell him, he may not understand what system change you're talking about. It's not about leadership. You see, we can change leaders over and over and over. If the system still stays the same, we're gonna be the same people for the next century or so. A system change needs to happen in this country. You talk about digital. I talked about the lab, the whatever, and we talk about the same thing. It's the same thing. So, but again, the water. I understand the taxes on it. When they package it, who does the inspection? Who came up with the criteria to say the perforation or whatever you call it on this has to be this? But then I see some with the plastic on it. If you don't, one time I think they stopped best water from They didn't have the plastic.
Yes.
They asked them to stop, right?
Seal, yeah.
Now, who comes up with that inspection to know who has it and who doesn't have it?
Who even inspects our water?
So that's what I'm saying. It's here. Whatever it is here in this country. We have it. We're just looking at the wrong stuff. We are focused on the wrong things because this brings in taxes immediately.
Yeah.
This brings in money immediately. So we focus on this. The Kong is not going to benefit them. I don't know if you see it.
Yeah.
The Kong is not benefiting the Gambia government.
It will indirectly. In fact, it will.
It's branded. It's brand name. Oh, this thing is so good. I ate it. It's so good.
Even
Where
the
did you get it
income,
from?
Even the income. I mean, the people that are selling these comes, they're Gambians. The revenue comes back home. I think that goes there.
But I think that our priorities are not in the right place as long as it doesn't affect us. We're okay. So the example I'm giving you is this is direct money, immediate money that we're looking at.
Yeah.
The Kong that we're fighting to be exported, it may not be direct money to them.
Yeah.
So they're not looking at that. But me, I'm looking at Gambia's name outside. Do you know how proud I am to see a Gambian flag when I walk into a World Farmers Market and I'm looking for the Gambian flag? Oh, there it is. There is a Gambian flag. Do you know how proud I am when I'm in the international competitions and I have to hold the Gambian flag or somebody have to, or just seeing Gambia on TV?
Yeah.
You should be a nationalist.
Yeah.
We look at this country from those lenses. That's true. Yes.
Thank you very much.
This is very interesting. Thank you so much. Yeah, hopefully we can have.
Hopefully we can have more of these conversations. I think that's what we did. That's why we, Nini, some of these conversations we don't have. I think we're supposed to have it because this is not government. This is empowering our people. And I think once government, we always say for us to move as a country, we have to have production. We have to empower our people. If our people are not empowered, we will not go further. And I think that is what the approach should be. Thank you very much for what the chamber is doing. Hopefully we have you back soon.
Thank you. Anytime.
And of course to our partners, Sabisai and Jamamo, thank you very much for partnering with us for the show. We thank you. They are a partner to the chamber and they're doing an amazing thing, but they are also our partners. Thank you very much. Until we come your way again next week. Bye-bye to you all. See you again.
We are happy to announce the launch of our new logo. We have evolved since our incorporation in 1997, and it is time to refresh our new look to reflect who we are today. Before I reveal our new look, however, walk with me while I take you through our journey of the last 25 years. Trust Bank was incorporated on July 3rd, 1997 and began operations on October 1st, 1997. Following the collapse of the parent company of its predecessor, Meridian, the CBG stepped in and recapitalized the bank and held the shares in trust, thus the name Trust Bank. In 1999, the first investors who responded to the IPO and paid $1.50 per share received their maiden dividend of 50 bututs per share. In 2000, the bank fully paid back its investment by declaring another dividend of $1.20 bututs per share, making it a cumulative dividend per share of $1.70, which was 20 bututs above the purchase price. Between 2002 to date, share capital has increased from $27 million to $200 million, indicating that the bank has grown organically by plowing back profits to increase capital while at the same time paying dividends to shareholders. The bank was listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange in November 2002, being the first ever cross-border listing in the sub-region. Now let's talk about awards. The bank was awarded the insignia of the National Order of the Republic of the Gambia, ORG, in the year 2010 by His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia. During the past years, the bank has received so many national and international awards. Banker Magazine, 6 times. Global Finance, 6 times. Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, 5 times. We began operations with 3 branches. Now, we have 18 branches and 20 ATMs and counting. On digital services, mobile app, check. Online banking, check. Transaction alerts, check. Watch this space. We've got more coming. Creating employment, yes, we've got that too. 400 and counting. And we take great care of our people too. Medical insurance, life insurance, private and state pensions, annual pilgrimages for both Muslims and Christians, training, yes, we do them all. One team, one family, one goal. That's the Trust Bank spirit. On corporate social responsibility, we have spent over $50 million in various courses. We care, and so we share. Over the years, we have paid over $1.6 billion to our shareholders, which translates to a whopping $20 per share and counting. Phenomenal returns for our shareholders who purchased at $1.50. Corporate taxes, over $1 billion is paid. Our journey started with a vision to create the kind of company that delivers quality services and innovative products with an inspired team dedicated to serving our customers, our environment, and our communities at large in the most caring manner. We remain fully committed to delivering excellent services to each of our stakeholders, customers, employees, shareholders, and partners. So, we remain true to who we have always been. As we look forward to greater achievements, we are rebranding to reflect who we are today and the future that we inspire. Our new logo has been designed to visually demonstrate our Gambian heritage and the sophisticated nature of the bank. We are moving away from the navy and gold-colored parallelogram-shaped logo to our baobab tree with a rising sun in the background. The striking outline of a baobab tree at sunrise is a familiar sight to anyone who has spent time in the Gambia. Our new logo and visual identity are inspired by our core values and spirit of being a pioneer in providing a unique banking experience. It is a completely new look that better matches the transformation we have made as a company. But we remain your Trust Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to present to you our new logo and corporate identity.